going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about destiny. That's right, I said destiny. That's what I call him. Always crying about Trump. That's some damn nerve. That's why your wife left you. Because you a bitch. My bad. All right. I didn't mean to go that crazy out the gate. I ain't going front. There was no hesitation. There's probably a bunch of people watching like, damn. You don't want to ease us into the roasting? Nah. He's mad.
You're not giving me a chance.
I can't really control what he said. Let's take a look at what Destiny has to say. Let's see. Make sure that the speed is on point.
Project 2025. This is the conservative policy blueprint. You disavowed it during the campaign. You called it a product of the radical right. Yeah. You've said some of their ideas were abysmal.
I said some of it is. Some of it is very...
Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button, share the video, drop some comments. Also, check me out on memberships. Get early access.
Get selected. I never said... Of course we're going to do Project 2025. Yeah, I mean, duh.
Very good. Some of it's very mainstream, actually. Frankly, the Democrats should have used some of it because they went, with all the transgender that they were doing and with the men playing in women's sports. Well, if they wouldn't have done that, maybe they would have done better.
Well, Trump's right. He's completely right. This was a huge wedge issue with a lot of people because it was a direct insult to people's intelligence.
So you take me to my question.
With a lot.
They would have done better.
Well,
with the men playing in women's sports. Well, if they wouldn't have done that, maybe they would have done better.
Well,
Trump's right. He's completely right.
Why? Notice that how selective.
Once again, I'm watching this video for educational purposes. As well as I have no hate or disdain for any community.
It is for the shit that he gives about, like the deportation of the revoking birthright citizenship, all the wacky, goofy things he said before. Like these are just he's not even listening. And then it's like trans people. Oh yeah, he's absolutely correct. This is a huge issue.
This was a huge wedge issue with a lot of people because it was a direct insult to people's intelligence.
It seemed like he was listening. Maybe I'm tripping. Is that how you react when you hear Trump's name? You don't be listening, and you hear Trump, you just start getting into your grift.
So you take me to my question. You're now giving people involved in Project 2025 prominent roles in your administration. Are you changing your mind about Project 2025? No. Is this now the policy blueprint for the second Trump administration?
No. Some people, if you take a look at the group, it was hundreds of people were involved. And I was actually, I reprimanded the whole group. I said, you shouldn't have placed this document in front of the voters because I have nothing to do with it and I'm the one that's running. You had no right to do this where you put 1,000-page document in front.
It don't sound like he's changing his opinion, like Destiny's saying.
And many of those things I disagree with. Now, many of those things I happen to agree with. Many of those things, Democrats.
After he said he hasn't read or doesn't know anything. Okay.
I should have agreed to. And I think they would have done much better in the election because they got slaughtered.
Well, I guess people see the list. Russ Vought, Brendan Carr, Peter Navarro, John Ratcliffe, Pete Hoekstra, Monica Crowley.
The inventor has some intentions. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, that she's not a fan of Trump. Yeah.
This is why you should feel bad if you're in the mainstream media. You should also feel bad because you're doing all this work just to try to get them to respect you, and they won't. These people are authoritarians. These people are fascist. They're not going to respect you.
What? Yo, is that Destiny defending mainstream media? You have to respect them. No, I don't. The hell are you talking about? What? I'll do what I want. But what is he talking about?
Ever, right? Asmongold doesn't give a fuck that this is one of the most this isn't even softball. This is T-ball. This is one of the most T-ball interviews I've ever seen in my fucking life. And dipshits like this chud are still saying things like, oh yeah, well, it's obvious she hates Trump. She's trying to set him up so much she's trying to trigger.
I've watched some some interviews that's pretty damn softball recently. So I don't know if I would say that.
Or him with the picture. Like, why are you even trying? Why not just like do a real interview? You're never, ever getting people like this to say that you're doing a good job. You're never going to do it. So why not just...
They think these are all
like
the people who are involved in or writing Project 2025. This must be a blueprint for work requirements, eliminating the Head Start program, criminalizing pornography. Is that what we can expect
Well, I
to
don't
see?
know how they voted. I don't know. I never spoke to them actually about it. And I purposely, and I told you, normally it would be just the opposite. I'd review every page. I purposely didn't even want to see it because when somebody like you asked me a question about Project 2025, I can honestly say I've never seen it. I have nothing to do with it. I didn't read it, but
I believe that. I don't think he read it.
Well, then what do you feel about him saying there are things that he agrees with about it and things that he doesn't like?
He's talking about past tense, bro. Before the election. What are you talking about? And the fact that people are bringing up certain points to him, maybe he's heard. Like, what is Destiny? My bad. Destiny getting at here?
I don't think he did. Does anybody actually think he read it?
Does.
Of course not.
they did use it as a soundbite.
But to people see, oh, he's bringing in all of these people from Project 2025. He must know what it is.
Well, you know
what?
I don't know what it is. No, I don't know what it is.
Why the fuck would I read it? Wait, here's the reason why. Is like, I'm sure there's something, if it's
Said, when it's not softball, Destiny just says everything is a lie. There's nothing to find common ground with that troll. Nah, that's facts though. How many times does this man have to say that? Word.
1,000-page document, there's probably something in Project 2025 that I agree with. But like, it doesn't mean I agree with everything. It's like, you can't.
Then like, wouldn't the point of a good interview or an honest man be to say, these are the things that I agree with, these are the things that I disagree with, instead of just speaking in these vague bullshit ass generalities that...
I'm not even going to read that out loud. I ain't even going to read this.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You.
Hey, yo. Yo. Pause. Hey, yo.
leave us no more informed at the end of the interview than we were at the very beginning. Like, wouldn't that be the next stage of the conversation?
Can't look at an idea and be like, okay, well, you have a shopping basket full of ideas. You have to take the entire basket and take everything at the same time. No, there are ideas that exist independently. And if this is a good idea, then do it. If it's not, then don't. It's very simple. Don't you think the leader should know the ideology and plans of those that they lead? His excuse.
Oh, whoa.
Ask. That's crazy. I ain't reading this one either. That's wild. That's different.
Hey, yo!
Y'all ain't like it?
That's not my thing. Apparently, Destiny likes.
Oh, what is that? A real chat question?
This is the you never read it for months. It's just ignorance by admission at this point.
Not for me.
No, I don't think that all of those ideas have to exist inside of each other. Yeah, I don't think you need to read like people have like a very strong adherence to like an all or nothing perspective where it's like you either have to agree with all of these things or none of them, or you have to agree with another group of all of these things or none of them. The fact is that there are a lot of ideas that people have that are good independently of other ideas that are also bad.
Now, I want you to listen closely.
We don't kink shame.
We're going to play a game.
It's not for me.
I want you to close your eyes.
He's trying to play.
And I want you to listen closely to what Asmongold says.
I never close my eyes. Destiny is around. You crazy? Never.
That's all you have to do.
Never
close your eyes and listen closely to what Asmongold says. That's all you have to do.
Guys, do me a favor before we hear whatever weird cringe thing he's about to say. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't.
Deleted and destroyed a whole year and a half.
Don't you think the leader should know the ideology and plans of those that they lead? His excuse is that he never read it for months. Is just ignorance by admission at this point.
Right, that with the covers.
No, I don't think that I don't think that all of those ideas have to exist inside of each other. Yeah, I don't think you need to read people have a very strong adherence to an all or nothing perspective, where it's you either have to agree with all of these things or none of them, or you have to agree with another group of all of these things or none of them. The fact is that there are a lot of ideas that people have that are good independently of other ideas that are also bad.
Can you summarize what the fuck he just said? What the fuck did he just say? Destiny, why are people so hung up on whether Trump literally read the document itself? The authors are it's not. They're not. Hold on. Rugarg. Sorry. Hold on. Listen. Welcome. Come to the audience. Come sit in the audience, okay? For maybe the rest of my life. Now, my only goal is to just point out that this is theater, okay? Nobody actually believes this. You're watching a performance right now from Asmongold, okay?
That's crazy. Yeah. Nah, that's wild.
There are certain, in the philosophy of language, I think, right? There are maxims for conversations. Fuck, I wish I could. There were 4 of these. These were so good. And every single person. It's the cooperative principle. Somebody emailed me about this. I read this. This is good. Intuitively, I'm going to read you something, but intuitively, you all know this, okay? Our talk exchanges do not normally consist of a succession of disconnected remarks and would not be rational if they did. They are characteristically, to some degree at least, cooperative efforts, and each participant recognizes in them, to some extent, a common purpose or set of purposes, or at least a mutually accepted direction. This purpose or direction may be fixed from the start, for example, by an initial proposal of a question for discussion, or it may evolve during the exchange. It may be fairly definite, or it may be so indefinite as to leave very considerable latitude to the participants, as in a casual conversation. But at each stage, some possible conversational moves would be excluded as conversationally unsuitable.
Is he on Wikipedia? Is he? No, he not. Oh, that's crazy. If he's on Wiki, I'm telling you, that's all he sources. This is Wikipedia. That's what he do.
Might then formulate a rough general principle which participants will be expected, ceteris paribus, to observe, namely, make your conversational contribution such as is required at the stage at which it occurs by the accepted purpose or direction of the talk exchange in which you are engaged. One might label this the cooperative principle. On the assumption that some such general principle as this is acceptable, one may perhaps distinguish 4 categories under one or another of which will fall certain more specific maxims and sub-maxims, the following of which will, in general, yield results in accordance with the cooperative principle.
Is it sped up?
Echoing.
No, he just talk like that. That's yo. I swore I had this on double time speed. I was about to apologize. Oh snap, my bad, guys.
I call these categories quantity, quality, relation, and manner. Basically, this just goes through. These are all things that you know these things intuitively. You don't really need these explained, but this is more like a descriptive thing, trying to describe how do humans contribute to conversations in ways that work, right? So for instance, right, if I were to ask you, what'd you do today? Just by saying that, there's a whole bunch of shit that is, it's assumed what that answer is going to be, right? If you go, what did you do today? And somebody says, at 8 a.m., I ceased snoring and I rolled over and I opened my phone and I turned off my alarm clock at 8:01 a.m.
What is he talking about? Yeah, we went to Wikipedia to just randomness. The hell is on this guy's biscuit? Never mind. No, never. I bet what's on his mind. you would take that differently.
I put my left foot and then my right foot out of the bed. I sat up and then I walked into the bathroom.
Yeah, got me
8:02 a.m.
cracking up right
I washed my face a little bit. And like this is not
got me dying.
what the fuck, right? Now they're answering the question correctly, like syntactically correctly, right? If we were computers, well, they're not doing anything wrong, but like cooperatively, this is not what is being asked, right? It's not really what we're asking when we say this, you know? Now, one of the common things that
Blah, blah, blah. You hate Trump? That's all I'm hearing. It's his birthday? Yo, hating on Trump on your birthday is crazy. I just looked at his chat. You got people saying happy birthday.
that Trumples will do, and a lot of people do this if they're being bad faith, is when you start to collapse some of these maxims for manipulation or disinformation purposes to try to pretend that you're not actually doing anything or saying anything incorrect, right? So when somebody says,
you gotta have like a Wikipedia sponsorship or something, bro. He has to. The way he run the Wikipedia, like, come on, bro.
hold on, did you read Project 2025? Everybody, but the thing is, everybody knows this. Everybody knows, including Asmongold, because remember, this is a performance, this is a play. Everybody knows. Nobody's asking, did you sit down and go through the 900 plus pages and actually read word for word everything in Project 2025? What they're asking is are you familiar with the rough ideas in it? And are you aware that people around you are trying to get these ideas passed in government? And then are you yourself trying to get these ideas passed? That's what everybody knows this to be true. So when Trump breaks some of these cooperative principles, says, I haven't read it exactly, he's acting in bad faith. And you know this.
Yo, why we keep going back to Wikipedia? What's happening?
Because later on he acts in good faith, or when he's saying like, well, you know, there's some good ideas and there's some bad ideas. And you know, like, well, hold on, wait, I thought you didn't read it. Well, nobody's really asking if you read it cover to cover. Nobody's asking that. That's not really what's being, and everybody knows it. So this by Asmongold and by Donald Trump and by the reporter, this is all a performance, right? Everybody
hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Yo, the live chat is going crazy.
knows that this is like bullshit right now. This is all a performance. So to break this, you have to ask autistically specific questions. I don't think you can break this. Like, language relies on some level of cooperation. And remember, norms and all of these things only work when both sides are respectful. If one side is going to break the norms, there's no way that you break through it, because there's an infinite way. You've seen this with manipulative or abusive people on my stream, right? There's no way to actually break through, because what are you going to say? Well, hold on, wait, what do you mean? You're like, oh, I didn't say anything wrong, right? I didn't technically lie. And then people like Asmongold will agree, yeah, he's not lying. I agree. He probably didn't actually read the thing, right? And then if you want to support that point, there's a meta idea here about like, well, I need to support Donald Trump at all costs, right? So then you'll bob and weave.
What's the idea of you gotta hate Donald Trump at all costs? You literally admitted that this is gonna be like your whole gimmick for the next few months, was like you being anti-Trump and then bringing up January whenever. This guy's a cornball, straight loser.
Weave and break and adhere.
Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button if you can. It helps out a lot.
To these particular maxims and sub-maxims, so long as they further that point of supporting Donald Trump. You can't win that argument, because language at the end of the day is cooperative. And if one side is willing to break the rules, then if one side's willing to break the rules, then you there's no way you can't do it. I mean, I guess you could point it out, but like the problem is so many other people are willing to play along with the bad faith person, right? Because if she were to say, well, excuse me, sir, I didn't mean actually read the thing, then you'll say, oh, well, then why?
Am I sure this ain't sped up? Yo, I'm tripping. I'm like,
why would you say read the thing?
Damn, he talking.
And now everybody's going to be playing stupid. And that's true. Why did she say read the thing? Right? Why did she say that? You always accuse me of reading or not reading the particular thing. I thought that was the issue. So now it's just if I heard of it, right?
We know you read Wikipedia. We know you read Wikipedia. It's okay. Well, it's not okay, but you base your life on Wikipedia.
And it's just going to be this game. You can't, yeah.
Whatever. Crybaby self. Destiny's a loser. He is a straight loser. He'll say whatever just to say that he hates Trump. He need to focus on why his wife left him and why his son hate him and why he feels the need to leak nasty videos. Nobody wanted to see that. I still haven't seen it. I refuse. I don't want to see Destiny giving the Mbop 3000. I'm cool. I'm all right. That's something that's just never has to happen. You got made me suffer through Trisha Paytas. I refuse to watch Destiny's nasty ass video. I refuse. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, share the video as well. Oh, and check me out on memberships and Patreon. Never. Trisha Paytas was enough. Still have nightmares about that. Anyway.